Welcome to a journey through the fascinating world of money, inspired by Morgan Housel's insights in the psychology of money. This audiobook invites you to explore beyond the numbers and delve into the intricate relationship between human behavior and finance. Money, often seen as a mere tool, is deeply entwined with our emotions, decisions, and life choices. It reflects our aspirations and fears, shaping our lives in profound ways. In this exploration, we will uncover how our attitudes towards wealth, risk, and success are influenced by personal experiences and cultural narratives. Housel's work challenges us to rethink our understanding of wealth, urging us to embrace humility and recognize the unpredictable nature of financial markets. As we embark on this intellectual voyage, prepare to gain a deeper appreciation for the psychological forces at play in our financial decisions. This is not just about money, it's about understanding ourselves and the world we navigate. Chapter 1. No One's Crazy. As we stand at the crossroads of economics and psychology, it becomes evident that money is not merely a medium of exchange or a tool for transactions. It is a mirror reflecting our deepest values, fears, aspirations, and the very essence of our lived experiences. This is a realm where logic often gives way to emotion, and rationality is frequently overshadowed by the complexities of human nature. In this inaugural chapter, No One's Crazy, Housel invites us to consider a profound truth. The financial decisions we make are as individual as our fingerprints, as unique as the paths we've walked. Each of us carries a personal history, a narrative woven from the threads of our upbringing, cultural influences, and the economic climates in which we were nurtured. These experiences, varied and diverse, shape our perceptions of money and consequently our financial behaviors. Imagine, if you will, two individuals, one raised in the throes of economic abundance where prosperity was a given, and the other in the grip of financial scarcity, where every penny was a precious commodity. To the former, risk might be an opportunity, a chance to build and expand, while to the latter, it could represent a threat, a potential for loss that is too great to bear. These contrasting perspectives highlight a critical insight. What seems irrational to one person can make perfect sense to another, rooted as it is in their personal history and worldview. Consider the story of Sarah, a successful entrepreneur who grew up during a time of economic boom. Her childhood was marked by the steady hum of prosperity, where her parents' investments flourished and opportunities seemed boundless. For Sarah, money became synonymous with growth and potential. She approached her business ventures with boldness, unafraid to take calculated risks, driven by the belief that fortune favors the brave. In stark contrast, we meet David, whose formative years were spent in an era of recession. His family struggled to make ends meet, and the specter of financial insecurity loomed large over his childhood. For David, money was a shield, a means of protection against the unpredictability of life. He valued stability and security, often choosing conservative financial strategies that prioritized preservation over growth. These stories, though fictional, resonate with authenticity because they mirror the real-life experiences of countless individuals. They remind us that our financial decisions are not made in a vacuum, but are deeply influenced by the narratives we carry and the environments we inhabit. Housel's exploration of these themes encourages us to view financial behavior through a lens of empathy and understanding. It challenges us to recognize that there is no universal formula for financial success, no single path that guarantees prosperity. Instead, we are invited to appreciate the diversity of experiences and perspectives that inform our choices. As we reflect on these insights, let us consider the broader implications for our own lives and the world around us. In acknowledging the individuality of financial behavior, we can foster a more inclusive and compassionate discourse on money. We can move beyond judgment and embrace a mindset that values understanding over criticism, curiosity over certainty. In conclusion, this chapter serves as a powerful reminder that our financial journeys are as unique as our personal stories. It invites us to celebrate the richness of human experience and to approach the psychology of money with a spirit of openness and reflection. As we continue our exploration of this captivating work, let us carry forward the wisdom that no one's financial decisions are irrational. They are simply reflections of a life lived, a story told, and an experience uniquely our own. Chapter 2: Luck and Risk. Sarah and John. Sarah, a diligent entrepreneur, meticulously planned every step of her business journey. She researched markets, built a robust network, and invested wisely. John, on the other hand, stumbled upon a lucrative investment opportunity by sheer happenstance. Both found success, yet their paths were markedly different. This brings us to a pivotal question: how much of their success can be attributed to skill, and how much to the capricious hands of luck? In the world of finance, luck and risk are omnipresent forces, often lurking in the shadows of our decisions. They are the unseen architects of fortune, crafting narratives that defy our expectations. Luck is that serendipitous moment when the stars align, bestowing upon us opportunities we never anticipated. Risk, conversely, is the shadowy specter, reminding us of the volatility inherent in every venture. Consider the tale of Bill Gates, a name synonymous with success. Gates, as we know, co-founded Microsoft and revolutionized the tech industry. Yet, it is crucial to acknowledge that his journey was not solely a product of his genius. Gates was fortunate to attend one of the few high schools in the world with a computer terminal, a rarity in the 1960s. This stroke of luck positioned him uniquely to capitalize on the burgeoning field of computer technology. Thus, while Gates's skill and vision were undeniable, luck played a pivotal role in his success. Similarly, let us reflect on the story of long-term capital management, LTCM, a hedge fund that once epitomized financial prowess. Founded by Nobel laureates and esteemed economists, LTCM was hailed as an invincible fortress of intellect. Yet in 1998, it collapsed spectacularly, undone by the very risks it sought to master. This tale underscores the harsh reality that even the most brilliant minds are not immune to the whims of risk. The interplay of luck and risk teaches us a vital lesson: the danger of emulation. In our quest for success, it is tempting to mimic the actions of those who have triumphed. We scrutinize their strategies, hoping to replicate their achievements. However, this approach is fraught with peril, for it overlooks the unique confluence of circumstances that contributed to their success. What worked for one may not work for another, as luck and risk are not universally distributed. Therefore, as we navigate the labyrinth of financial decisions, we must cultivate a mindset of humility and adaptability. We must recognize that while we can control our actions, we cannot control the outcomes. This awareness empowers us to manage risks effectively, to diversify our investments, and to prepare for the unexpected. In conclusion, the psychology of money is a tapestry woven with threads of luck and risk. It is a reminder that our financial journeys are not solely defined by our efforts, but are also shaped by forces beyond our control. As we continue this exploration, let us embrace the wisdom of acknowledging the role of chance while diligently managing the risks that accompany our pursuits. Chapter 3: Never Enough. In the ever-evolving tapestry of human ambition, the pursuit of wealth often emerges as a prominent thread, weaving through the lives of individuals across cultures and generations. But what happens when the quest for more becomes a relentless chase, overshadowing the joys that wealth is supposed to bring? Morgan Housel, in his insightful book, The Psychology of Money, delves into this intricate dance between desire and contentment, exploring how the insatiable thirst for more can sometimes lead to ruin rather than fulfillment. Imagine for a moment the story of Rajat Gupta, a man whose life was the very epitome of success. Rising from humble beginnings in India, Gupta ascended to the pinnacle of the corporate world, becoming the managing director of McKinsey and Company. His achievements were nothing short of remarkable, earning him respect and admiration. Yet, despite his accomplishments, Gupta's story took a dramatic turn when he was convicted of insider trading. The question arises, why would someone with so much risk it all for more? The answer lies in the seductive allure of never enough. The psychology of money often reveals that wealth, while a powerful motivator, can also become a trap. The human mind is wired to adapt to new levels of income and lifestyle, a concept known as the hedonic treadmill. As we achieve more, our expectations and desires expand, leading us to constantly move the goalposts. This relentless pursuit can create a cycle where satisfaction remains perpetually out of reach, as if we are chasing a mirage in the desert. Consider the tale of the dot-com bubble in the late 1990s. Entrepreneurs and investors, fueled by the promise of astronomical returns, poured money into technology stocks with little regard for the underlying fundamentals. The bubble burst, leaving many in financial ruin. This scenario underscores a critical lesson in the psychology of money. Knowing when enough is crucial. The inability to recognize this threshold leads individuals to take unnecessary risks, often with catastrophic consequences. Reflecting on these stories, it becomes evident that true wealth is not merely a number in a bank account, but a state of mind. The wisdom lies in understanding that contentment is not found in comparison to others, but in appreciating what we have. The constant comparison to peers or societal standards can blind us to the abundance already present in our lives. In the words of the philosopher Epicurus, "Not what we have, but what we enjoy, constitutes our abundance." This timeless wisdom highlights a profound truth about the psychology of money. The key to financial well-being is not accumulation, but appreciation. As we navigate our own financial journeys, let us remember the lessons from these real-life stories. The allure of more can be intoxicating, but it is the awareness of enough that anchors us in reality. By understanding the psychology of money, we can make informed decisions that not only preserve our wealth, but also enrich our lives with meaning and purpose. Chapter 4: Confounding Compounding. In the grand theater of finance, there exists a principle so profound, yet often underestimated, that it shapes the destinies of fortunes large and small. It is the silent force that turns modest savings into vast empires and transforms the steady drip of time into a cascading waterfall of wealth. This is the power of compounding, a concept that defies the ordinary and, when left undisturbed, reveals its true majesty over the span of decades. Imagine, if you will, the life of Warren Buffett, a name synonymous with unparalleled success in the realm of investing. Buffett's journey is not just a tale of shrewd stock picks or market timing, but a testament to the extraordinary power of compounding. His financial narrative is one that underscores a pivotal lesson. The majority of his wealth was not amassed in the fervor of youth, but rather accrued in the twilight of his life. This is a narrative of patience, where time itself becomes the most valuable currency. Consider the story of a young investor named Sarah, who, at the age of 25, begins her financial journey with a modest investment. She contributes diligently year after year, allowing her investments to grow untouched and undisturbed. As the years roll by, her portfolio swells, not just from her contributions, but from the compounding of returns. By the time Sarah reaches her retirement age, she finds herself with a sum far beyond her initial expectations. Her success is not a result of aggressive risk-taking or high-stakes gambles, but the quiet, consistent growth that compounding provides. This chapter delves into the essence of compounding, a principle that requires more than just understanding. It demands respect and patience. Compounding is most effective when given the gift of time, a resource that once spent can never be reclaimed. It is not merely about achieving the highest rate of return, but about allowing those returns to build upon themselves layer by layer, year after year. The psychology of money teaches us that our relationship with time and patience is as crucial as our relationship with money itself. The allure of quick gains and the impatience that often accompanies financial decisions can lead us astray. Yet those who embrace the slow and steady path of compounding often find themselves rewarded in ways that far exceed their initial aspirations. Reflecting on Buffett's journey, we see a man who understood that the true art of wealth creation lies not in the frenetic chase for returns, but in the disciplined embrace of time. His story is a reminder that the seeds of wealth, once planted, must be given the space and time to grow. The fruits of compounding are harvested not in the rush of immediate gratification, but in the patient cultivation of long-term vision. As we navigate our own financial journeys, let us carry forward the lessons of compounding. Let us remember that the most potent financial tool at our disposal is not a sophisticated investment strategy, but the simple, steadfast passage of time. In the realm of money, as in life, those who wait are often those who win. Chapter 5. Getting Wealthy versus Staying Wealthy. In the grand tapestry of human history, money has often been the thread that binds aspirations with reality. From the bustling marketplaces of ancient civilizations to the digital transactions of today, the pursuit of wealth has been a constant. Yet, as we delve deeper into the psychology of money, an intriguing dichotomy emerges: the art of getting wealthy versus the science of staying wealthy. This chapter explores this nuanced landscape, where the paths of ambition and caution intersect. Imagine a young entrepreneur in Silicon Valley, brimming with ideas and energy, ready to take on the world. Her journey to wealth is one of boldness, innovation, and often calculated risk-taking. She embodies the spirit of those who dare to venture into the unknown, driven by the allure of success and the potential for immense financial gain. This is the mindset required to get rich, a mindset that embraces risk as a necessary component of progress. But what happens once the summit is reached? The transition from getting wealthy to staying wealthy demands a shift in mindset. It is no longer about the relentless pursuit of more, but about safeguarding what has been achieved. Here, humility becomes a virtue, recognizing that the forces that propelled one to the top may not be the same that keep one there, is crucial. This humility is not about diminishing one's accomplishments, but about acknowledging the role of luck, timing, and external factors in the journey to wealth. Frugality, too, plays a pivotal role in staying wealthy. It is the discipline of living below one's means, of prioritizing long-term security over short-term indulgence. Consider the story of Ronald Read, a janitor and gas station attendant who amassed an $8 million fortune through frugality and smart investing. His life is a testament to the power of living simply, regardless of the zeros in one's bank account. Yet perhaps the most intriguing aspect of staying wealthy is the necessity of a paranoid mindset. This is not paranoia in the clinical sense, but a healthy skepticism and awareness of the ever-changing financial landscape. It is the understanding that markets fluctuate, economies shift, and what seems secure today may not be so tomorrow. This mindset is akin to a seasoned sailor who respects the sea, ever vigilant of potential storms on the horizon. The story of the Great Depression serves as a poignant reminder of the importance of this mindset. Many who were wealthy in the roaring 20s found themselves destitute when the market crashed. Those who survived were often the ones who had prepared for the worst, who understood that prosperity is fragile and must be protected with foresight and caution. In the end, the journey from getting wealthy to staying wealthy is not just about financial strategies, but about a profound understanding of human behavior. It is about recognizing that wealth is not merely a number, but a state of mind. It is about balancing the audacity to dream with the wisdom to preserve. And it is about realizing that true wealth lies not in the accumulation of riches, but in the ability to sustain them, ensuring that one's legacy endures for generations to come. Chapter 6. Tales You Win. In the realm of finance, where logic and emotion intertwine, there exists a profound concept that challenges our understanding of success. It's a paradox that defies conventional wisdom and invites us to embrace uncertainty with open arms. This concept is the idea of tail events, those rare but significant occurrences that shape the landscape of financial success. In the world of investments, it's not the steady, predictable returns that define greatness, but rather the extraordinary, the unexpected, and sometimes the improbable. Imagine a world where the majority of your investments seem to falter, where losses appear more frequent than gains. It's a scenario that might deter the faint-hearted and frustrate the impatient. Yet within this world lies a hidden truth: the power of tail events. These are the moments when a single investment, a solitary decision, or a unique opportunity changes the course of your financial journey. It's akin to finding a diamond in a field of stones, a rare occurrence that holds the potential to redefine your fortunes. Consider the story of an investor who, amidst a sea of underperforming stocks, stumbled upon a groundbreaking technology company in its infancy. While others dismissed it as a fleeting trend, this investor saw the potential for innovation to reshape industries. Years later, that company became a household name, and the investor's faith in the power of tail events was richly rewarded. It's a testament to the idea that while many ventures may not yield immediate success, the few that do can compensate for the rest. The psychology of money teaches us that financial success is not a linear path, nor is it a journey devoid of setbacks. It's a lesson in resilience, patience, and the willingness to embrace uncertainty. It reminds us that the road to prosperity is often paved with failures and disappointments, yet it is those very experiences that prepare us for the moments of triumph. Reflect on the story of a young entrepreneur who faced numerous rejections and setbacks while trying to launch a revolutionary product. Despite the odds, she persisted, driven by an unwavering belief in her vision. When her product finally gained traction, it not only transformed her life, but also disrupted an entire industry. Her journey exemplifies the essence of tail events, a testament to the idea that perseverance in the face of adversity can lead to extraordinary outcomes. In the grand tapestry of financial success, tail events are the threads that weave together stories of triumph and transformation. They challenge us to rethink our approach to risk, to embrace the unknown, and to accept that not every endeavor will yield immediate results. Yet, within this acceptance lies the potential for greatness. As we navigate the complexities of the financial world, let us remember that success is not solely defined by consistent wins, but by the ability to recognize and seize the rare opportunities that come our way. It's about understanding that the journey may be fraught with challenges, but it is those very challenges that prepare us for the moments when tail events unfold. In the end, the psychology of money is a reminder that while we may not control every outcome, we can control our response to the unpredictable nature of finance. It's about embracing the journey, learning from the setbacks, and recognizing that sometimes the most significant victories arise from the most unexpected of circumstances. The lesson is clear. In the world of investments, tails, indeed, can lead you to win. Chapter 7: Freedom. The psychology of money, as explored by Morgan Housel, invites us to consider a profound truth. The greatest dividend that money can offer is not material, but temporal. It is the freedom to dictate our own schedules, to pursue our passions without the shackles of necessity, and to savor the moments that truly matter. Imagine, if you will, the story of a man named Jack, who spent his entire life chasing financial success. He worked tirelessly, climbing the corporate ladder and amassing a fortune that many would envy. Yet, despite his wealth, Jack found himself trapped in a cycle of endless meetings, deadlines, and obligations. His days were dictated not by his desires, but by the demands of others. It wasn't until Jack reached retirement that he realized the true cost of his pursuit. He had traded his time for money, and in doing so, had lost the freedom to live life on his own terms. Contrast this with the tale of Sarah, a woman who understood from an early age that true wealth lies not in the size of one's bank account, but in the ability to choose how to spend one's days. Sarah prioritized flexibility over financial gain, opting for a career that allowed her to work remotely and set her own hours. While she never earned as much as Jack, Sarah enjoyed a richness of experience that money could never buy. She traveled the world, pursued her passions, and spent quality time with loved ones. For Sarah, wealth was not about accumulation, but about autonomy. These narratives underscore a critical lesson in the psychology of money. Independence is the ultimate form of wealth. It is the freedom to make choices that align with our values, the ability to prioritize what truly matters, and the power to live life on our own terms. Money, in this context, is merely a tool, a means to an end, rather than an end in itself. Reflecting on these stories, we are reminded that the pursuit of financial success should not come at the expense of our freedom. In a world that often equates wealth with status, it is easy to fall into the trap of believing that more money will lead to greater happiness. Yet, as Housel eloquently argues, true fulfillment comes not from the accumulation of wealth, but from the ability to control our time and live authentically. Consider the life of a successful entrepreneur who, after years of building a business empire, decides to step away from the daily grind to focus on personal passions. This decision, though seemingly counterintuitive to traditional notions of success, exemplifies the true power of financial independence. By choosing to prioritize freedom over further financial gain, the entrepreneur embraces a life of purpose and fulfillment. In essence, the psychology of money challenges us to redefine our understanding of wealth. It encourages us to look beyond the superficial allure of financial success and to recognize the profound value of time. For in the end, the most precious asset we possess is not money, but the freedom to live life on our own terms. Chapter 8. Man in the Car Paradox. In the realm of financial wisdom, there exists a paradox so subtle yet profound that it often escapes our conscious reflection. It is a paradox that speaks to the very heart of human behavior and the intricate dance between wealth and identity. This is the man in the car paradox, a concept that challenges our perceptions of success and admiration. Imagine for a moment the allure of a luxury car gliding down a city street. Its sleek design and powerful engine turn heads, drawing admiration from onlookers. Yet in this moment of admiration, something curious occurs. The admiration is not for the driver, but for the car itself. This is the essence of the paradox, the belief that owning expensive items will earn us the admiration of others, when in reality, the admiration is directed at the item, not the owner. This paradox is a reflection of a deeper human inclination, the desire for respect and acknowledgement. We often equate material possessions with personal worth, assuming that the more we own, the more respected we will be. However, this is a fallacy. True respect is earned not through the accumulation of wealth, but through the cultivation of character. Consider the story of a man who, after years of hard work, finally purchases his dream car. He revels in the attention it brings, only to realize that the admiration is fleeting and superficial. The car, a symbol of his success, becomes a mask that obscures his true self. It is in this realization that he begins to understand that respect and admiration cannot be bought. They must be earned through authenticity and integrity. The psychology of money, as explored by Morgan Housel, invites us to reflect on our relationship with wealth and the motivations that drive our financial decisions. It challenges us to consider what truly matters in life and to question the narratives we have been told about success and happiness. In a world that often equates wealth with worth, the man in the car paradox serves as a reminder that the most valuable things in life cannot be measured in dollars and cents. They are the qualities that define our character: kindness, humility, and integrity. These are the traits that earn us the respect and admiration we seek, not the possessions we own. Real-life stories abound of individuals who have achieved great wealth, only to find that it does not bring the fulfillment they expected. Their journeys teach us that true success lies not in what we own, but in who we are. It is the legacy we leave behind, the impact we have on others, and the values we uphold that define our true worth. Chapter 9. Wealth is what you don't see. Wealth is a concept often misunderstood, shrouded in misconceptions that equate it with ostentatious displays of luxury. In the quiet corners of financial wisdom, however, lies a profound truth. Real wealth is not what you see, but rather what you don't. This elusive reality is captured in the essence of savings, the money tucked away, unspent, and growing silently in the shadows of your financial life. Consider the story of Ronald Reed, a janitor and gas station attendant who lived a modest life in Vermont. Known for his frugality, Reed drove an old car and wore second-hand clothes. Upon his passing in 2014, the world was astounded to learn that he had amassed an $8 million fortune, a testament to the power of saving and investing over flashy spending. His life was a quiet rebellion against the conventional markers of wealth, underscoring the idea that true financial success is often invisible to the casual observer. In stark contrast, we have the tale of Richard, a high-flying executive who wore the latest designer suits and drove the most luxurious cars. His lifestyle was a constant display of affluence, yet beneath this glamorous facade, his financial situation was precarious. He lived paycheck to paycheck, with mounting debts that threatened to unravel his carefully curated image. Richard's story is a cautionary tale of how the pursuit of visible wealth can lead one astray from the principles of true financial stability. The psychology of money teaches us that wealth is not merely a collection of material possessions, but a mindset, a discipline of restraint and foresight. It's about making choices today that will secure your tomorrow, understanding that the allure of immediate gratification often blinds us to the potential of long-term prosperity. This perspective requires us to shift our focus from the seductive glow of consumerism to the quiet power of financial independence. The lessons of Ronald and Richard remind us that wealth is not about the money you spend, but the money you keep. It's about the freedom to make choices unburdened by financial stress, and the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a safety net for life's uncertainties. In the grand tapestry of financial wisdom, the threads of patience, prudence, and planning weave a fabric of security that no amount of visible wealth can replicate. Chapter 10. Save money. Saving is more than a financial strategy. It is an expression of foresight, discipline, and ultimately freedom. In a world that often measures success by income or investment returns, the understated power of a robust savings habit often goes unnoticed. Yet, it is this very habit that can transform financial lives, granting individuals the liberty to seize opportunities when they arise and to weather the storms of economic uncertainty. Consider the story of Sarah, a young professional who, despite a modest income, prioritized saving a portion of her earnings each month. Her friends, dazzled by the allure of immediate gratification, often questioned her restraint. Yet Sarah understood something profound. The future is unpredictable, and having a financial cushion is not just prudent, it is empowering. Years later, when an unexpected opportunity to invest in a burgeoning startup presented itself, Sarah was ready. Her savings, accumulated not for any specific purpose, but for the sake of saving itself, allowed her to take a calculated risk that eventually paid off handsomely. Sarah's story is a testament to the idea that the discipline of saving can open doors that might otherwise remain closed. Saving, in its essence, is about creating choices. It is about giving oneself the freedom to make decisions, not out of necessity, but out of genuine desire. This concept is beautifully encapsulated in the notion that a high savings rate is more crucial than a high income or impressive investment returns. While income and investment can fluctuate, savings provide a stable foundation, a buffer against life's uncertainties, and a springboard for future endeavors. The psychology of saving is deeply intertwined with our perceptions of security and autonomy. It is a reflection of our ability to delay gratification and to plan for the long term. In this way, saving is not just a financial act, but a psychological one, shaping our attitudes towards money and influencing our behavior. It is a silent testament to our values and priorities, revealing what we truly deem important. Real-life stories abound of individuals who have harnessed the power of saving to redefine their financial destinies. Take, for instance, the tale of John, a factory worker who diligently saved a portion of his paycheck each month. Despite having a modest income, John's commitment to saving allowed him to retire comfortably and pursue his passion for painting. His story underscores the principle that saving is not reserved for the wealthy. It is accessible to anyone willing to prioritize it. The act of saving also provides a psychological safety net, reducing stress and anxiety associated with financial uncertainty. Knowing that there is a financial buffer can alleviate the burden of living paycheck to paycheck, allowing individuals to focus on personal growth and fulfillment. This sense of security is invaluable, offering peace of mind and the freedom to explore new opportunities without the constant worry of financial instability. Chapter 11. Reasonable, rational. In the intricate dance of human behavior and financial decision-making, where emotions and logic often find themselves at odds, lies a profound truth. Being reasonable often trumps being strictly rational. Imagine a world where every financial decision is dictated solely by cold, hard logic. It might seem ideal, but in reality, it would be a world devoid of the very essence that makes us human, our emotions. Consider the story of Sarah, a diligent saver who meticulously planned every financial move with precision and logic. Her strategy was flawless on paper, yet she found herself constantly stressed and unable to stick to her plan. The problem wasn't the plan itself, but the emotional toll it took on her. Sarah's journey teaches us that a financial strategy that doesn't account for our emotional responses is like a ship without a rudder, directionless and unsustainable. Morgan Housel, in his insightful exploration of the psychology of money, emphasizes that a financial plan should not only be technically sound, but also emotionally sustainable. The lesson here is profound. It's not just about the numbers, it's about how those numbers make us feel. A plan that respects our emotions and aligns with our personal values is more likely to endure the test of time. Reflect on the tale of John, a successful entrepreneur who, despite his wealth, found himself trapped in a cycle of anxiety and fear about losing it all. His financial decisions were driven by a need for security, yet this very need led to choices that were often irrational. John's story is a testament to the fact that our relationship with money is deeply personal and often shaped by our unique experiences and emotions. The psychology of money teaches us that our financial behaviors are not just products of our intellect, but are deeply intertwined with our emotions. It challenges us to move beyond the pursuit of perfect financial decisions and instead focus on creating a plan that we can live with comfortably. This is not a call to abandon rationality, but rather an invitation to integrate reason with emotion. In the grand tapestry of financial decision-making, reason and emotion are not adversaries, but partners. The key is to find a balance that honors both aspects of our humanity. When we do, we create a financial life that is not only successful, but also fulfilling and aligned with our true selves. Chapter 12. Surprise. Surprises in the financial world are as inevitable as the tides, yet they often catch us off guard and leaving us scrambling to make sense of the aftermath. One might think that with all the data at our disposal and the lessons from history, we would be better equipped to anticipate these financial tremors. However, as the eminent author Morgan Housel illustrates in The Psychology of Money, the most impactful economic events are those that defy prediction. They are the black swans, rare and unforeseen occurrences that can upend markets and redefine the financial landscape. Consider the story of the 2008 financial crisis. It was a seismic event that reshaped economies worldwide, yet very few saw it coming. In the years leading up to the crisis, the housing market was booming and confidence was high. However, beneath the surface, there were cracks in the foundation. Complex financial instruments, excessive risk-taking, and a lack of understanding of the true nature of the risks involved. When the bubble burst, the consequences were catastrophic, affecting millions of lives and leading to a global recession. This tale serves as a poignant reminder that our financial world is not as predictable as we might like to believe. It underscores the importance of building a financial plan that is resilient to shocks and surprises. In the words of Housel, the most important part of every plan is planning on your plan, not going according to plan. This is not a call to pessimism, but rather an invitation to embrace resilience and adaptability. Another real-life illustration of financial surprise is the dot-com bubble of the late 1990s. The rapid rise of internet companies led to a speculative frenzy, with investors pouring money into tech stocks with little regard for actual profitability. The bubble eventually burst, leading to significant losses for many. Yet out of the ashes of this financial debacle emerged some of the most successful and enduring tech companies we know today. This serves as a testament to the unpredictable nature of financial markets and the opportunities that can arise from chaos. These stories highlight a critical lesson in the psychology of money, the necessity of humility and flexibility in our financial endeavors. It is a recognition that while we can learn from the past, we cannot rely on it to predict the future with certainty. Instead, we must prepare for the unexpected, understanding that surprises are an intrinsic part of the financial journey. In crafting a financial plan, it is essential to incorporate elements of diversification, risk management, and contingency planning. This approach does not eliminate risk, but rather positions us to weather financial storms with greater ease and confidence. It is about creating a financial life that can absorb shocks and still move forward, much like a ship that can navigate through rough seas without capsizing. Chapter 13. Room for Error. In the grand theater of life, where the curtain rises and falls on our financial decisions, the concept of room for error emerges as a silent protagonist. This principle, often underestimated, is the unsung hero in the narrative of financial success and stability. It is the buffer that cushions us against the unpredictable ebbs and flows of fortune, offering a sanctuary in times of turmoil. As we navigate the labyrinth of financial choices, the margin of safety becomes our compass, guiding us through the fog of uncertainty. Let us consider the tale of a young entrepreneur, Sarah, whose journey through the financial wilderness illustrates the profound impact of a well-constructed margin of safety. Sarah, with her innovative spirit and relentless drive, launched a tech startup that promised to revolutionize the industry. Her venture was meticulously planned, with projections and strategies crafted to perfection. Yet, As the unpredictable winds of the market shifted, Sarah found herself facing unforeseen challenges. Competitors emerged with similar innovations, and economic downturns threatened her fledgling enterprise. It was in this crucible of adversity that Sarah's foresight in building a financial buffer proved invaluable. Her margin of safety, a reserve of funds set aside for such contingencies, allowed her to weather the storm. It provided her the endurance to iterate her product, pivot her business model, and ultimately emerge stronger. Sarah's story is a testament to the resilience that a margin of safety can bestow, a resilience that is essential for the magic of compounding to unfold over time. The psychology of money teaches us that financial success is not merely a product of intelligence or effort, but of patience and the ability to endure. The margin of safety is not just a financial construct, it is a psychological one. It is the mental fortitude to accept that life is unpredictable and that setbacks are inevitable. It is the wisdom to prepare for the unexpected, to build a financial cushion that allows us to continue our journey even when the road becomes treacherous. Reflecting on the teachings of Morgan Housel, we understand that the margin of safety is a manifestation of humility. It is an acknowledgement of our limitations in predicting the future and a recognition of the inherent uncertainty in the world. By embracing this humility, we cultivate a mindset that values endurance over immediate gratification, that prioritizes long-term stability over short-term gains. In the realm of investing, the margin of safety serves as a protective moat around our financial castle. It is the difference between thriving in the face of adversity and succumbing to the pressures of an unpredictable world. This concept, deeply rooted in the psychology of money, underscores the importance of resilience and adaptability in achieving financial success. It reminds us that true wealth is not measured by the size of our bank accounts, but by our ability to endure and grow through the vicissitudes of life. Chapter 14. You'll change. In the ever-evolving landscape of personal finance, one truth remains constant. Change is inevitable. The chapter at hand explores the profound notion that our goals and desires are not static. They morph and transform as we traverse the various stages of life. This concept, eloquently articulated by Morgan Housel in The Psychology of Money, challenges us to navigate our financial journeys with a keen awareness of the future selves we are yet to meet. Imagine a young couple brimming with ambition and dreams of financial independence who decide to invest all their savings into a burgeoning tech startup. Their decision, fueled by the optimism of youth and the allure of quick success, seems prudent at the time. Yet, as the years unfold, their priorities shift. Parenthood ushers in new responsibilities, and the desire for stability eclipses their initial appetite for risk. This real-life scenario underscores a fundamental lesson. Financial decisions anchored in the present must be flexible enough to accommodate the unforeseen changes of tomorrow. The psychology of money teaches us that our financial choices are deeply intertwined with our evolving identities. As we mature, our perspectives broaden, informed by experiences and the wisdom that time bestows. The ambitions that once seemed paramount may recede, giving way to new aspirations. This fluidity necessitates a financial strategy that is adaptable, one that respects the unpredictability of our future selves. Consider the story of an accomplished professional who, in the prime of her career, decides to forego a lucrative promotion in pursuit of a passion for teaching. Her decision, initially met with skepticism, is a testament to the dynamic nature of personal fulfillment. It highlights the importance of aligning financial decisions with values that resonate with one's current state of being, while remaining open to the possibility that these values may evolve. Housel's insights remind us that financial decisions should not be so extreme that they become burdensome to the individuals we will become. The allure of extravagant purchases or high-risk investments can be tempting, yet they may not align with the priorities of our future selves. Instead, a balanced approach, one that harmonizes ambition with prudence, is essential for long-term financial well-being. In this reflective journey, it is crucial to cultivate a mindset of continuous learning and adaptation. The world is replete with stories of individuals who, through resilience and foresight, have navigated the complexities of financial change with grace. Their experiences serve as beacons, guiding us to make informed decisions that honor both our present desires and future needs. Ultimately, the psychology of money is not merely about the accumulation of wealth. It is about understanding the intricate dance between our financial choices and the ever-changing tapestry of our lives. It invites us to embrace change as an integral part of our financial narrative, urging us to craft a legacy that is as dynamic and multifaceted as the journey itself. Chapter 15. Nothing's free. The truth about money, often overlooked in the pursuit of wealth, is that every financial reward comes with an inherent price. This price is not monetary in nature, but psychological, demanding an acceptance of volatility, doubt, and uncertainty. These are not penalties for poor decisions, but the unavoidable fees of participation in the financial markets. Consider the story of an ambitious young investor named Sarah. Fresh out of college, Sarah was eager to make her mark in the world of finance. She meticulously studied market trends, consumed countless books on investment strategies, and was determined to build a robust portfolio. Her initial foray into the stock market was met with success as she skillfully navigated the ebbs and flows of market fluctuations. However, as time went on, Sarah encountered the harsh reality that the market is an unpredictable beast, subject to forces beyond her control. During a particularly volatile period, Sarah watched as her investments plummeted, her carefully curated portfolio losing value seemingly overnight. Panic set in, and doubt clouded her judgment. In that moment, she faced a critical decision: to accept the volatility as an inherent part of the investment journey or to view it as a punishment for her choices. Sarah chose the former, recognizing that the discomfort she felt was not a consequence of failure, but a necessary component of the investment process. This acceptance allowed her to remain steadfast, and over time, her portfolio recovered and thrived. The psychology of money teaches us that the price of financial success is not simply a matter of dollars and cents, but a test of our emotional resilience. The market, much like life itself, is rife with uncertainty. To navigate it successfully, one must cultivate a mindset that embraces the unpredictable nature of financial ventures. This perspective transforms the experience of volatility from a source of anxiety to an opportunity for growth. Reflecting on this, we find wisdom in the words of Morgan Housel, who eloquently argues that the cost of investment returns is not a fine for poor judgment, but a fee for participation. This distinction is crucial, for it reshapes our understanding of risk and reward. It invites us to view financial setbacks not as failures, but as the price of admission to a world where potential and unpredictability coexist. In another real-life scenario, consider the story of a seasoned entrepreneur named James. Having built a successful business from the ground up, James was no stranger to the capricious nature of financial markets. Yet even with years of experience, he faced moments of doubt and uncertainty. When an economic downturn threatened his company's stability, James found himself at a crossroads. He could either succumb to fear and retract his investments, or embrace the volatility as an integral part of the business landscape. James chose the latter, leveraging his understanding of the psychology of money to guide his decisions. He diversified his investments, sought new opportunities, and remained committed to his long-term vision. The result was a company that not only survived the downturn, but emerged stronger and more resilient. These narratives underscore a fundamental truth. The psychology of money is not about eliminating risk, but about managing it with wisdom and grace. It is about recognizing that the journey to financial prosperity is fraught with challenges, and the true measure of success lies in our ability to navigate these challenges with confidence and composure. Chapter 16. You and Me. The decisions surrounding our finances are not merely transactions. They are reflections of our values, aspirations, and fears. Morgan Housel, in his insightful work, The Psychology of Money, illuminates how our perceptions and behaviors around money can vary as widely as the myriad colors in a sunset. Chapter 16, titled You and Me, delves into this diversity, emphasizing the profound truth that different people are playing different financial games, each guided by unique goals, time horizons, and risk tolerances. Consider the story of two friends, Sarah and John. Both are successful in their careers, yet their financial paths couldn't be more different. Sarah, a risk-taker by nature, invests heavily in volatile tech startups, driven by the thrill of high-risk, high-reward opportunities. Her goal is to retire early and travel the world, a dream that fuels her tolerance for financial uncertainty. John, on the other hand, prefers the stability of bonds and blue-chip stocks. His primary aim is to ensure a secure future for his children, valuing steady growth over the allure of potential windfalls. This divergence in approach underscores a key lesson from Housel's narrative: the importance of defining the financial game you are playing. Sarah and John are not just making different choices. They are playing entirely different games with distinct rules and objectives. The financial strategies that work for one may not suit the other, highlighting the danger of being swayed by others who are navigating different financial landscapes. Our financial decisions are deeply personal, shaped by individual circumstances and priorities. Yet, in a world where social media and peer comparisons are omnipresent, it is all too easy to be influenced by the financial journeys of others. Housel reminds us that the path to financial success is not a one-size-fits-all journey. It requires introspection and clarity about what we truly value and what we are willing to risk. Reflect on the story of a renowned investor who, at the peak of his career, chose to step back from the frenetic pace of Wall Street. His decision baffled many, but for him, the game had changed. The relentless pursuit of wealth had begun to erode the very quality of life he cherished. By redefining his game, he found a balance that aligned with his evolving priorities, proving that financial wisdom often lies in knowing when to pivot. The psychology of money teaches us that wealth is not merely a number, but a means to an end, a tool to craft the life we envision. It challenges us to question our assumptions and to recognize that what constitutes success for one person may not hold true for another. Financial decisions are as much about the heart as they are about the mind, requiring a delicate balance of logic and emotion. In navigating our financial journeys, it is crucial to remember that the most successful players are not necessarily those with the most wealth, but those who have mastered the art of aligning their financial strategies with their personal values and goals. The true measure of financial acumen lies not in comparison with others, but in the satisfaction of knowing that the game we are playing is our own, crafted to fit the unique contours of our lives. Chapter 17. The Seduction of Pessimism. Consider the allure of pessimism. In the realm of finance and beyond, pessimistic perspectives often carry an air of sophistication and credibility. They are wrapped in the guise of caution and prudence, resonating with our innate desire for security in an unpredictable world. Pessimism whispers a narrative of impending doom, of markets crashing and economies failing, and it seduces us with its apparent realism. Yet history tells a different story. It is a chronicle of resilience, innovation, and growth, an enduring testament to human progress. While pessimism may capture our attention with its immediate urgency, it is optimism that fuels the engines of progress. Optimism, though sometimes dismissed as naive or overly simplistic, is the quiet force that propels societies forward, fostering creativity, entrepreneurship, and advancement. Reflect on the journey of the Wright brothers. In an era when the dream of flight was often ridiculed and dismissed as folly, it was their unwavering optimism that lifted them above the clouds of skepticism. Their belief in the possibility of human flight was not an act of blind faith, but a calculated risk taken with an eye toward the future. Their story is a powerful reminder that while pessimism may seem wise, it is optimism that dares to reach for the impossible and in doing so changes the course of history. The psychology of money, as explored by Morgan Housel, invites us to examine our own biases and assumptions. It challenges us to recognize that while pessimism may provide a temporary sense of control, it is optimism that ultimately creates value and drives progress. This is not to say that we should ignore risks or dismiss genuine concerns. Rather, it is an invitation to balance caution with hope, to acknowledge the potential for growth even in the face of uncertainty. In our personal financial journeys, this balance is crucial. Consider the story of an investor who, during a market downturn, chose to remain optimistic about the long-term potential of their investments. While others panicked and sold off assets at a loss, this investor held firm, guided by a belief in the resilience of the market. Over time, their optimism was rewarded, illustrating the power of maintaining a long-term perspective in the face of short-term volatility. The seduction of pessimism is a powerful force, but it is one that can be tempered by the lessons of history and the wisdom of optimism. As we navigate the complexities of our financial lives, let us remember that while pessimism may sound smart, it is optimism that builds the future. It is the belief in progress, in human ingenuity, and in the potential for positive change that ultimately shapes the world we live in. Chapter 18. When You'll Believe Anything. The stories we tell ourselves about money often hold more sway than the numbers themselves. This is the essence of financial bubbles, a phenomenon where compelling narratives can lead even the most rational minds astray, often with significant consequences. Understanding this interplay between belief and reality is crucial for anyone seeking to navigate the tumultuous seas of investment and finance. Consider the story of the Dutch tulip mania of the 17th century, one of the earliest recorded financial bubbles. At its peak, the price of a single tulip bulb soared to extraordinary heights, fueled by speculative fervor and the belief that these flowers were worth their weight in gold. This frenzy was not driven by the intrinsic value of tulips, but by the stories people told themselves about their worth. When the bubble inevitably burst, it left a trail of financial ruin in its wake, a testament to the power of belief over data. In more recent history, the dot-com bubble of the late 1990s serves as another poignant example. Investors were captivated by the narrative of a new digital frontier where every internet startup promised untold riches. The allure of this story was so strong that it overshadowed the lack of profitability and sound business models in many of these companies. When reality set in and the bubble burst, it resulted in massive financial losses and a sobering reminder of the dangers of investing based on narrative rather than substance. These stories, while historical, are not relics of the past. They are cautionary tales that resonate today, illustrating the timeless nature of human psychology in financial decision-making. The psychology of money teaches us that awareness of our biases is paramount. It is easy to be swept away by the allure of a compelling story, especially when it promises quick wealth or easy success. Yet, it is precisely this awareness that acts as a safeguard against irrational decisions. Morgan Housel, in his insightful exploration of the psychology of money, emphasizes the importance of humility and skepticism. He suggests that recognizing our susceptibility to enticing narratives can help us make more informed and rational financial choices. By questioning the stories we hear and seeking data-driven insights, we can better protect ourselves from the pitfalls of financial bubbles. The lessons from these historical and modern-day financial bubbles are clear. Belief, while powerful, must be tempered with critical thinking and a healthy dose of skepticism. In the realm of money, where fortunes can be made or lost in the blink of an eye, understanding the psychology behind our decisions is not just beneficial, it is essential. Chapter 19. All Together Now. In the annals of financial wisdom, few principles resonate as deeply as the virtue of consistency. The act of saving, often understated in its simplicity, emerges as a cornerstone of financial stability. It is a testament to the power of incremental progress, where small, deliberate actions compound over time to yield significant results. This principle mirrors the story of Grace Groner, a secretary who, despite her modest income, amassed a fortune of over $7 million through diligent saving and prudent investing. Her story underscores the profound impact of consistency, a lesson that reverberates through the corridors of financial history. Yet the path to financial well-being is fraught with potential pitfalls, often disguised as opportunities. The allure of high-risk ventures can be intoxicating, promising quick gains but often delivering disappointment. Housel cautions against unnecessary risks, advocating for a measured approach that balances ambition with caution. This echoes the tale of long-term capital management, a hedge fund that, despite its brilliant founders, collapsed under the weight of excessive risk-taking. Their downfall serves as a stark reminder of the dangers inherent in overconfidence and the importance of maintaining a margin of safety. In the unpredictable landscape of life, surprises are inevitable. The ability to anticipate and prepare for these unforeseen events is a hallmark of financial resilience. Housel emphasizes the importance of building buffers, both financial and emotional, to weather the storms of uncertainty. The story of the COVID-19 pandemic illustrates this vividly, as individuals and businesses with robust emergency funds were better equipped to navigate the economic upheaval. This lesson in preparedness underscores the value of foresight and adaptability in an ever-changing world. At the heart of Housel's philosophy lies a profound appreciation for the concept of freedom. True wealth is not measured by monetary abundance, but by the autonomy it affords. The ability to make choices unencumbered by financial constraints is a luxury that transcends material wealth. This principle is exemplified by the story of Ronald Reed, a janitor who, despite his modest lifestyle, achieved financial independence through disciplined saving and investing. His legacy is a testament to the power of valuing freedom over the pursuit of wealth for its own sake. In synthesizing these lessons, we arrive at a comprehensive understanding of the psychology of money, a framework that champions the virtues of consistency, caution, preparedness, and freedom. It is a call to action, urging us to transcend the superficial allure of wealth and embrace a more meaningful pursuit of financial well-being. As we reflect on these insights, we are reminded that the true measure of success lies not in the accumulation of riches, but in the quality of life that wealth enables. Chapter 20: Confessions. The psychology of money is not just about the accumulation of wealth, but rather about understanding the intricate dance between our financial decisions and our mental frameworks. It is about recognizing that our financial choices are often influenced by emotions, experiences, and the stories we tell ourselves. This perspective shifts the focus from purely quantitative measures to a more qualitative understanding of what it means to be financially secure and content. Morgan Housel, in his work, emphasizes the importance of simplicity, patience, and the prioritization of financial peace of mind over the relentless pursuit of maximizing returns. This philosophy is not just theoretical, but deeply rooted in real-life experiences and stories that resonate with many of us. Consider the tale of a young couple who, despite modest incomes, managed to build a comfortable life through disciplined savings and a focus on long-term goals. Their story is a testament to the power of patience and the peace that comes from knowing they have a financial cushion to fall back on. Housel's reflections remind us that financial success is not solely defined by the numbers in our bank accounts, but by the tranquility we achieve through wise and measured financial decisions. It is about the confidence that comes from knowing we are prepared for life's uncertainties and the freedom to pursue our passions without the burden of financial stress. In a world that often glorifies wealth accumulation and high-risk investments, Housel's approach offers a refreshing perspective. It encourages us to embrace simplicity and to find contentment in what we have, rather than constantly striving for more. This mindset fosters a sense of gratitude and satisfaction, which are essential components of a fulfilling life. The lessons gleaned from the psychology of money are not just applicable to individuals, but also to businesses and societies. They remind us that sustainable growth and prosperity are built on the foundations of patience, resilience, and a deep understanding of human behavior. By prioritizing financial peace of mind, we create an environment where innovation and creativity can flourish unencumbered by the fear of financial instability. As we reflect on these insights, let us consider how they apply to our own lives. Are we making financial decisions that align with our values and long-term goals? Are we prioritizing our mental well-being alongside our financial ambitions? These are the questions that Housel's work invites us to ponder, offering a path to a more balanced and fulfilling approach to money. In conclusion, the psychology of money is a journey of self-discovery and reflection. It challenges us to rethink our relationship with wealth and to embrace a philosophy that values simplicity, patience, and peace of mind. Through the stories and insights shared by Morgan Housel, we are reminded that true financial success is not just about the accumulation of wealth, but about the serenity and satisfaction that come from living a life aligned with our deepest values.